guys, what's up? So today we're going to talk about the Vampire Academy series, which I'm so excited for. Oh, Dimitri. If you have not read any of the books, don't worry about it because this video is going to be spoiler free. I'm just going to briefly cover my overall opinion of the series, who my favorite characters are, and we'll probably also talk about the world of Vampire Academy because it's a little different than other vampire books. Vampire Academy took me 1 week to read. I don't mean the first book because the first book is called Vampire Academy. I mean, the entire series took me 1 week to read. That is partially because I'm out of school and I actually have a life now, so I can read, but it's also because I literally couldn't put these books down. If you like fantasy, if you like adventure, I mean, really honestly, if you like books that are just really written well, you're gonna like this series. If you hated Twilight, don't write this book off as just another Twilight, because it's not. Just be open-minded, you know? Just, you're a book reader, you know? Expand your horizons. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. But I want to be really clear too, I don't hate Twilight. Twilight's actually one of the most influential book series that I've ever read on me as a teenager. Yes, I know that they're not the greatest written things in the world, completely understand that, but I still like it. And I'm probably going to get hate mail or comments or whatever, but, you know, whatever. It's just, it's YouTube. I knew what I was signing up for when I decided to do this relationship with you. So, you know, whatever. I have a confession to make. Not only have I read Vampire Academy, but I've also read the Bloodline series, which is a spin-off of Vampire Academy. So, because of that, I'm going to very biasedly say that Adrian is one of my favorite characters. He's just fun. Like, half of the times I laughed during the book was based off of something that he said. So he's a really funny character, but at the same time, he's got like this emotional instability that's really scary, but it's also really endearing at the same time. You'll figure it out when you read the book. Another character that I really love is Rose, and I feel like that's a cop-out because she's the point of view character in all of the books. But she's so awesome, and besides Adrian, like, she is the other person that made me laugh out loud the most. I mean, I have to say, in terms of humor, they're both the funniest people in this book. So naturally, I love them because of that. But Rose develops so much. She grows, and that's another thing I love about this series. There is so much character development. It's not like, I don't know, it's not like everyone just kind of like, you know, shuffles along for like 5 books and then everything gets wrapped up in the last one. Every single book, there is a pivotal moment where somebody like takes another step towards the person that they're supposed to be. There's constant, not only character development, but plot development through every single one of these books. Another thing that I really, really, really love about this series is the world building that Rochelle Mead does. So let me explain. In the first book, you get, you know, the basic, the 101 world building that you get in every first book of a series so that you can understand what the heck is going on with the plot. So just very minimal foundational stuff. And then you go to the second book and there's a little bit more. And then you go to the third book and there's still more. And like you're in the sixth book and you're still learning things about this world, which is so cool. I feel like with this book series, you're rewarded for reading. And I love that. I love that when authors reward their readers for sticking with them. It's like, you know, you've been with me since book 1. I'm going to, you know, make sure by book 6 that you're still learning new things. It reminds me so much of Harry Potter. Because in the 7th book, we were still getting new stuff about the world of Harry Potter. I mean, yeah, we learned all the foundational stuff in the first book, but in between the first and the 7th book, you talk to any Harry Potter fan, there's so much going on. And I felt like J.K. Rowling kept rewarding her readers, and Rochelle Mead does the same thing. So I really like that about this series, that she rewards people for sticking with it. And by doing that, we get more and more and more and more details about the world. So there are 2 types of vampires in this series, okay? First you have the Moroi. The Moroi are good vampires. Yeah, they drink people's blood, but they have this whole system in place where people voluntarily give their blood. And it's basically like the equivalent of you going to, you know, the Red Cross and giving a pint full of blood. It's just, I mean, granted, people become like kind of addicted. It's bad, but it's not the same thing as like murdering people for blood, which the Moroi do not do. And the Moroi are also magical. And there are 5 types of magic. There are earth, air, water, fire, and another one, which I'm going to keep a secret so you can go read the series. The other type of vampires are Strigoi, and they're bad. And unlike the Moroi, they kill people for their blood. And there are 2 ways that you can become a Strigoi. You can be turned into a Strigoi by them completely drinking all of your blood, draining you of your blood, and then they feed you their blood. And then all you have left in your body is Strigoi blood, so you become a Strigoi. Or, which does happen in the book with certain people, you're a Moroi and you want to become a Strigoi, so you do kill someone when you feed them. And by doing that, by like, I guess like violating the laws of nature or whatever, you become Strigoi, who are undead, and you live forever. And you become like super strong and super fast and everything. Ironically, the Moroi, like I guess most vampires in other lore, they're not very strong. They're actually kind of weak physically. They have the magic going for them, but they haven't like used it offensively in hundreds of years. So they need protectors, and that's where the third group of people are in this book, called Dhampirs. And Dhampirs are the offspring of Moroi vampires and humans. Now, ironically, a Moroi and a Dhampir, if they, you know, have sexy time, can make another Dhampir. But Moroi and Moroi always make Moroi babies, so that's the circle of life, kids. Go ask your mom how Moroi babies are made. And then she'll probably freak out. Probably the only criticism that I have for the book series is the fact that Rochelle Mead is very good at recapping. And what I mean by that is not really. I don't like it when young adult authors just basically reiterate, like during narration, everything that happened in the books that have happened previously. And it's not that I don't like occasional reminders of what happened, but it's not like it's stuff that is so small that I missed it. It's stuff like, if you read the book before, There's no reason why you didn't notice that happen, because it's really important to the plot, and that's why she's bringing it up again, but she's bringing it up in narration, and it's just like, wah, 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 to me in my head. It's like, I read the book. I don't need you to tell me what I just read a day ago. Because remember, I read these in a week. So I had Vampire Academy World flooding through my brain. I didn't need the constant narration reminders that she supplied. And I didn't really mind it so much in like the first 3 books. But when she kept doing it in the 4th, 5th, 6th book, I was like, come on. If you are at the 5th book of this 6-book series and you haven't read before, like, come on. I mean, I understand when she originally published these books, there was time in between, so maybe it was useful at that time to have like a brief summary of what you read like a year ago. I understand that, but come on, like, you gotta think in terms of the future, because there is going to be a point of time when all of your books are going to be available at the same time. So don't do that. Or do it so it's brought up in dialogue, or, I don't know, just don't do it at all. You know, I may be wrong, and that's okay, but that's just my opinion. That is probably the biggest pet peeve I have with reading young adult fiction. There's just some series that I've literally picked up the 3rd book, and I know exactly what happened in the 2 books before. There's no point of me going back, and that infuriates me. You should structure your books in a way so that I'm motivated to go read the other one so that you get more money. I don't know. It just makes sense to me from a business perspective, and from an art perspective, it makes more sense. But hey, I'm not a published author, so what do I know? Who knows? Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Go read Vampire Academy if you have not. If you're a fan of Vampire Academy and you would like me to do a book-by-book review, please let me know. I would love to do that, but I don't want to do it unless someone's interested. So please let me know, leave a comment below, or send me an email or whatever. And yeah, I think that this has been a good time. I think that we've bonded. I feel closer to you. Hopefully you feel closer to me, and as time goes on, we can make more and more book magic happen.